everyone, this is Maki. Today I'd like to talk about the mobile suit settings from the Universal Century series. Let's dive into a more niche area for a change. Do you think it's possible to combine parts of Earth's Federation mobile suits with parts of ZAKU mobile suits? In Requiem for Vengeance, there's a scene where ZAKU is created out of junk parts. Oh, and I'm also going to give a little spoiler for Requiem for Vengeance today. If you want to avoid spoilers, be sure to watch Requiem for Vengeance first before tuning into this program. Let's analyze the secrets of the mobile suits. As I mentioned earlier, there's a scene in Requiem for Vengeance where ZAKU is built from scrap parts, right? In the middle of the story, a gym appears, and during the climactic final battle, the Gundam EX is destroyed. In addition, several Gundams are destroyed. The protagonist Solari survives and escapes to Africa. But is it possible to combine a ZAKU and the Gundam EX to create a new mobile suit? Actually, it is impossible to combine a ZAKU and a Gundam. There are a few exceptions in the Universal Century series, but in general, it's not possible. This is because the internal structures of ZAKUs and Gundams are fundamentally different. ZAKU mobile suits use a fluid pulse system, whereas Federation mobile suits like the Gundam use a field motor system. For this reason, it's generally impossible to combine a ZAKU and a Gundam. However, it's possible to use external parts such as shields or weapons. If the parts are not related to internal components, such as armor, it is possible to combine them. For example, there's a setting where the Gundam EZ-8 uses the ZAKU armor. Now, let's take a closer look at what these drive systems entail. Let's start with the fluid pulse system used in ZAKU mobile suits. This system transmits the energy generated by the nuclear fusion reactor to a device called a pulse converter. The energy is then converted into pulse-like pressure and sent through thousands of extremely thin tubes into pipes filled with fluid. This pressure is transmitted at hypersonic speeds and extraordinarily high velocity and is used to activate components that drive joints and other mechanisms. This structure is often described as similar to the relationship between human blood and muscles. By using the energy from the nuclear fusion reactor directly for joint movement without converting it to other forms such as electricity, the system achieves remarkably low energy loss. The exposed tubes on the surface of the ZAKU tube's body contain the fluid used by the fluid pulse system. They also function as part of the cooling system. In contrast, the ZAKU-1 has no exposed tubes. At first glance, the ZAKU-1 may appear to be a more refined design. Gavanguni, a character from Turn A finds the ZAKU-1 to be a more special machine than the ZAKU-2 and chooses it as his personal mobile suit. However, the design of the ZAKU-1 with its internal pipes for the fluid pulse system left little room in its internal structure. This limited the number of components that could be installed and created a weakness in cooling efficiency. The ZAKU-2 addressed these issues by exposing the tubes to the outside, freeing up internal space and significantly improving cooling efficiency. What the fluid in the fluid pulse system actually is remains a mystery. In the real world, hydraulic systems use oil, so it's possible that some special type of oil flows through these tubes. The fluid pulse system, as mentioned earlier, allows nuclear engine power to be used without conversion to electricity. This allows for high power and speed, as well as precise force control. For example, the ZAKU-1 is capable of assembling a ZAKU machine gun with a level of precision far beyond that of traditional industrial machines. The fluid pulse system is also significantly quieter than the field motor system, which uses mechanical motors. This quiet operation is a major advantage for military applications, especially in covert operations. In the original Mobile Suit Gundam, a Xi'an infiltration team led by Charles Navarro successfully sneaks into Job Euro, the headquarters of the Earth Federation in Thunderbolt. The guy is also used by spy teams. In the manga Johnny Raiden's Return, ace pilot Yuma Lightning praises the stealth capabilities of the guy in one scene. What exactly is the field motor system? It's the system used in mobile suits like the Gundam and Jim developed by the Earth Federation forces. This system combines the technologies of the eye field and the Minovsky particles with electric motors. While the eye field is commonly known for its use as a barrier to defend against beam weapons, it has many other applications, including protecting the mobile suit's engine. By surrounding the nuclear fusion reactor with an eye field, it prevents nuclear material from escaping into the environment. As a result, even if a mobile suit explodes on Earth, it won't cause nuclear contamination, a benefit directly attributable to the eye field. In the field motor system, the energy generated by the nuclear fusion reactor is first converted into electricity. This electricity powers components known as field motors that drive the movement of the joints. Advanced computers control multiple field motors simultaneously, allowing for precise and detailed movements. Traditionally, electric motors have been difficult to miniaturize and lack the power to power weapons as large as mobile suits. However, by combining eye field technology with Minovsky particles, engineers have successfully developed compact, yet powerful field motors. Unlike Sen's fluid pulse system, which requires a network of broad vessel-like components running throughout the mobile suit, the field motor system doesn't require such components. This makes it easier to create additional internal space within the mobile suit. Because field motors are mechanical components, their operation involves the physical movement of parts. This is fundamentally different from the fluid pulse system, which transfers energy directly. At first glance, this reliance on mechanical parts may seem like a disadvantage. However, this weakness is overcome by magnet coating, a technology introduced later in the original Mobile Suit Gundam series. Magnet coating theoretically eliminates friction in mechanical parts, allowing the field motor to achieve theoretically infinite acceleration at operating speed. These are the main features of the field motor system. The ZAKU uses the fluid pulse system, while the Gundam uses the field motor system. Therefore, it is technically impossible for Solari to use parts from the Gundam EX to upgrade the ZAKU. Of course, the detailed specifications of the Gundam EX have not yet been revealed. For example, if a setting were added that set as a prototype, some internal components use the fluid pulse system, it might be possible to transplant those parts and use them in a ZAKU. In addition, parts that have nothing to do with the fluid pulse system might be usable. For example, in Gundam Double Zeta there's a scene where the Zeta Gundam is equipped with a ZAKU head. Although the specifics are not explained, fans often interpret that this was possible because the head primarily handles cameras and sensors, making it compatible with the Zeta Gundam. The Zeta Gundam was developed by Anaheim Electronics, and after the war, many employees of Zionic, the company that developed the ZAKU, were absorbed by Anaheim. This overlap in technology is believed to be the reason why such combinations were possible. However, there was one drawback: the cockpit could only display visuals captured by the ZAKU, thus rendering the panoramic monitor's functionality useless. Now you may ask, is there a technology that combines the fluid pulse system and the field motor system? Let's look at a few examples. First, the HiZAK mobile suit featured in Zeta Gundam. The HiZAK incorporates both the fluid pulse system and the field motor system. This design aimed to explore new technical approaches by integrating different systems. Since the two technologies are mounted separately rather than fully integrated, calling it a true combination may not be entirely accurate. Another example comes from Tane Gundam. The mobile suits in this series use a propulsion system called the I-field beam drive. This system works by stretching an I-field beam throughout the interior of the mobile suit and controlling it to move the body and joints, much like a marionette moved by strings. This method of distributing energy directly throughout the body is similar to the fluid pulse system. At the same time, its use of the I-field is similar to the field motor system. Since the Gundam is set in a distant future beyond the universal century, it's unclear if there's a direct technological connection between these systems. However, compared to the structure used in the HiZAK, the I-field beam drive could be better described as a combination of the two technologies. This was a rather niche topic, but I hope you found it interesting. I plan to produce more programs like this, so please stay tuned. Thank you for watching to the end. See you next time.